Hey everyone, it's Katie. So before I start, I have a few things, announcement type things. The first one is that I have new channel art. My friend Karis, he's an amazing artist and also an amazing person. He made me new channel art on like the channel, the little banner thing that goes over the top, so you should go check that out because it's really cute. And he also made me a little watermark. I'm not sure what side it's on. It's either right there or right there. But they're really cool and I'm really grateful for him for doing that for me. So yeah, I'm going to put a link to his commissions in the description, and it's also going to be in the bio of my channel. So yeah, check him out if you like it. Okay, so the other announcement is that now that my channel is kind of pretty, or at least put together, I'm really going to try and upload videos like consistently. I'm not going to make any promises, like once a week promises, but I'm going to try and be uploading more videos, so check that out. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see. Anyways, so into this video. Today's video is actually a request from someone, Tara T. Y'all know how bad I am at pronouncing names, so I'm pretty sure it's Tara, but it might be Tara. Oh, damn it, I'm really bad at this. Anyways, Tara/Tara requested a video of how to keep a recovery journal and like how I keep my recovery journal. So that's what this is. So a recovery journal is basically what it sounds like, a journal that you keep in recovery. And I don't know if y'all saw my flip through video, but I actually did a flip through video of my recovery journal that I just finished. So check that out if you haven't. But so just a little background on my recovery journal that I've personally kept. So I started mine last June. I saw a Woody Novels video of her journal flip throughs, and I really liked them, and her journals are really beautiful, and I liked how it's kind of like a combination of writing but also like art. And at the time I knew that I was going into a treatment center for my eating disorder, and I thought that doing a kind of creative journal like that would be really good for me. And I was really interested in it, so I just started one. And if you want to see the outcome, then you can check out that video that I mentioned before. Maybe I'll link it on the screen if I figure out how to do that. So personally, writing has always been one of my biggest coping mechanisms, and it's also something that I've also found healing in. And I was really interested in not only keeping like a normal journal during the time that I was in treatment, but also finding out how I can add in like art elements into it and creative elements into it, because at the time art and just like creative like artsy things weren't something that I really did, and I thought it would kind of be interesting to get into it, and I'm really glad that I did. So I decided to keep two separate journals at the time. And I had one that was completely just my recovery journal for my eating disorder and other mental health stuff. And then I had a different journal that was just like a general journal if I wanted to put in like tickets to movies that I saw or something, or, you know, other things in my life. And I just kind of wanted to keep those two things separate because I was going into treatment and I wanted to really focus on my recovery, and I just wanted to make sure that I had a separate place where I could put everything together so I could really focus on that. But it was kind of pointless that I had two separate journals, because my recovery journal was really the only one that I ever worked in, because recovery was the biggest part of my life at the time, so and it still is. For your journal, you can either keep two separate ones like I did, or you can just put it all into one. Just do what works best for you. So I'm going to be talking a little bit on some tips, some steps to like start one and maintain it, and give you some examples of what I've done, and hopefully it'll be helpful for you. Oh, and just a little side note, my recovery journal was mainly about my eating disorder recovery, because I was in treatment for that. In an eating disorder facility, but your recovery journal can of course be about anything that you're in recovery from. So the first step, of course, is to get a journal that you feel comfortable writing in on a daily basis. So this was mine. It has a little elephant on the front, and I put some washi tape on it that says beautiful. and I really love it. It's like simple, small, and yeah. The brand is Denix. I got it at this small little boutique near my house, but I've also seen this brand at Michael's. So yeah. And I also just got another one today, and it says, "May the bridges I burn light the way." I think it's really cute. What's important is just to get one that you're gonna want to write in. And so the second step is to get some materials. My favorite are these pens. They're Stadler pens. I got them at Target. They are like $30. You don't have to pay $30 for pens. Just any type of pens. You can use color pencils. I know I used a lot of paint in mine. This is just one thing of white paint, but I have different paints. I really like watercolors, stickers, different colored paper, just basically any arts and crafts stuff that you think you might want to create stuff with. There aren't really any rules or regulations to keeping a journal, so it's basically just whatever you like. And so the third thing is just to kind of write whatever you want and create whatever you want. I can't really tell you how to keep a recovery journal for yourself because everyone's path is different. And so everyone's recovery journal should look different. But I do have some examples of what I put in mine and some like prompts slash suggestions or ideas. So yeah, so I'll tell you some of those. I would put a lot of quotes and like illustrate the page. I made a bunch of collages. Stickers were really cool. I like to experiment with different textures, so I use this like paper bag in one. Here's one little like progress checker I made with washi tape. I would paint pages a lot and just kind of write on the pages like a normal journal entry, but it would be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing because I painted the pages. I made a playlist once. A lot of times I would just kind of paint like motivational things. I really found it helpful to like write down people in my support system. Of course, half of those people aren't in my life anymore. Paint swatches were a really cool thing that I liked. And you could just get those at like any Home Depot or anything. Here's a list of coping mechanisms, which I think is a really good thing to journal. I would doodle a lot. I did a lot of like figure drawings, just because that's what I like to do, and that was like a big outlet for me at the time. But just any kind of doodle that you like is kind of cool and good. Oh, this is really helpful. A list of affirmations that you can kind of look back on. That's really helpful. I did a lot of poetry, a lot of just little doodles and stuff like that. A lot of different like watercolor paintings. Something else that's really helpful is to journal down your reasons to recover. I know that was really helpful for me, just as something to look back on whenever you're feeling a little stressed. You can look online and there are tons of prompts out there that are like specifically for healing and stuff. I know that there's ones that are like specific to different recovery paths too. Like there are really specific ones to eating disorder recovery. There are specific ones for depression, for anxiety, and you can just Google that. So the main thing is to stay true to yourself and your own path when you're journaling. You can't really fit into any mold of anyone else's. You shouldn't journal something just because I said to, because everyone's recovery is different and everyone's recovery journal should be different. Because at the end of the day, your recovery is for you and your journal is for you. So you should just do what feels right with it. And the last tip I would give you is to journal every day, or at least try to journal every day, because getting into the habit of it will really help you to just keep doing it. Because at first it might seem hard to like actually think about sitting down and journaling, but if you really get on a schedule with it, then it'll come more easily and you can kind of start getting a little more vulnerable with it and really start finding like healing and stuff in it. And even if you think, oh, I don't really have anything to write today, I don't know what to write today, you should still sit down and journal. You can just doodle something, you can even just paint a page, but I think it's important to just sit down and take out some time in your day to do it. Anyways, so journaling is really important to me, and it's really great whenever I can share that with y'all. I really like it when people say that I've inspired them to start a journal, or that I've given them ideas to journal in a journal that they already have. So yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see from me, and make sure you check out that new channel art. So bye!